Hello everyone, welcome to Unit 5, which is week 5. I hope everyone is doing well and hope you guys are super excited that we are in the 5th week. I just want to let you know that all grades should be in by Friday of this week. I should have done that this weekend, but I had my laptop charger wasn't functioning properly, so I have to get a new one, and I did not get it till today. I ordered one on Amazon, and it came in today, so that has not allowed me or helped me to get all your marks completed in a timely manner. So by next week Friday, or sorry, it's by Friday, which I meant next week, because today is still Sunday, you guys should have your unit, you should have your identity paragraph in. But just to let you know, this week we have a couple of things that I'm going to be going over with you guys, and what I've done this week is to put a unit week 5 and week 6 slides together. So we're going to be using the same slide for units and for week 6. I'm going to be going over that with you. Give me 1 second, guys. So we're going to check our week 5 overview. Oops, that's not that one that I'm looking for. Okay, I'm going to change that. Let me grab your unit 5 overview so that we can have a look at it. So this is your unit 5 overview. This is your unit 5 overview, and like I said, I've make the slide for 2 weeks, so I'm going to be opening that so that open preview, update this episode, update, yes. Okay, let me open another page. Okay, so like I've said, that this week this slide will run from week 5 all to week 6, which will be tomorrow, Monday the 29th, all to Friday, October the am I so sure it's October the 9th? I'm gonna check. I think it's October the 7th, but I'm just gonna check and change it if it's not. Second, third, fourth, yeah. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, nine. I'm gonna have a look at that. So last week we talked about your last slide was about residential school, and there are some videos that you guys watch on the different types of stereotypes, prejudice, and bias. So this is just a continuation of where we stopped last week. So what I've done this week is to provide so if you guys to provide some to follow up regarding the stereotypes and identity. So if you guys go ahead and click on this, it's gonna give you another slide, and it's in this slide just for us to brush up on stereotype and identity. So I want you guys to go over this. I'm not gonna be reading so that it doesn't take much of your time. There are some videos you want to watch on stereotype. You have some video you would like to watch on identity as well. So I want you to think about this. See, think, wonder, task. So write down, what do you see here? What do you think? It means, what do you think about? What do you wonder? So just, you don't really this is not for me, it's just for your own keep, right? I just kind of make a tab so that you guys can have a feeling on how you want to put everything together. Okay, so share your thoughts with the people around you, class the chat, connect what you saw. I think I'm gonna take this one away because there is no way you can do that, teaching. Alright, yeah, so this is just a follow-up of just like an activity on stereotype and prejudice and bias. So, for example, let us look at this. So, do you think it's appropriate that students should be forced to stand for all Canada? Some people will tell you that probably their religion or their beliefs might not allow them to stand up for all Canada. So, do you think it's okay that we force them to do that? Do you think video games make things violent? Do you think so? What's your own opinion about this? That if students continue to watch different video games, it can lead to student being violent. Do you think so? Most teenagers do not respect adults. Do you think so? Do you agree with this or do you disagree with it? Most adults do not respect teens. Do you agree or do you disagree? Prejudiced people cannot change. Do you think prejudiced people can change? Do you agree or do you not? The media portrays certain groups unfairly. Do you agree or do you not? I do agree with that. There's still much focus on diversity and multiculturalism in school curriculum. Do you agree or not? Jokes that focus on ethnicity, race, and sexual orientation reinforce prejudice. Do you agree? The world is no longer a safe place. Do you agree? And I think I do agree with that as well. School violence is a major problem. Do you agree? I'm not the Indian you had in mind. So these are some of all the definitions that I've put together so that in case you guys want to come back, you need to quickly check and see what's the definition of this list, and you can always come back. Discrimination, genocide, hate crime, prejudice, scapegoating, and stereotype. And this is like a Maslow no, so you look at this, you look at it's come from hierarchy, so it's come from genocide all to bias motivated violence, then it goes to discrimination, it goes to individual acts of prejudice, and it goes to bias. Okay, so that's just to start the class. Then you guys will move ahead. And what we're going to be focusing on this week is your PSA assignment, because there is an assignment you guys will be working on Unit 5, and this is your PSA assignment, and I'm going to be going over that with you. So this week we will focus on your summative assignment for the unit, which will involve discussing how we can promote change through the creation of a public service announcement. Promoting change. What do we mean by promoting change? So we have various indigenous peoples that have organizations that create projects to raise awareness about the importance of building a positive self-image and association with one's culture in order to develop a healthy sense of identity. Then we look at the 100 meters. So the 100 meters project is an example of an initiative that is trying to change how meters people are perceived in Canada. It provides a platform for young people to define what it means for them to be meted and explain aspects of their own process of self-identification. So over 100 days, 100 videos were uploaded to support this initiative. Watch the videos on the page and the next to discover the stories of 3 Metis youth and how they self-identify. So I've got the video here. And again, like I said, it's a continuation of our stereotypes. So we talked about stereotypes last week, and we know that they are used to describe many different cultures across the globe. Black and people of color also face similar issues with stereotypes that indigenous peoples do. It is important that we not only stand up against anti-indigenous racism, but racism and stereotypes that affect people who have been historically not part of the dominant culture and not in control of their own narratives. So choose one of the videos from the 100 Metis project below and watch it now. So when you're done, we can talk about it. What did you learn about identifying? Learn about identity after watching those videos, or one of the videos. Okay, so here are some we're gonna be looking at reconciliation as well, and that's a video on that. That's a continuation on reconciliation. Then I'm on Tuesday. Tuesday is known as Orange Shirt Day. So I've curated another slide for Tuesday for Orange Shirt Day. So if you guys click on here, there is a bunch of slides on Orange Shirt Day. So again, guys, I know that it might be overwhelming with this I'm sorry that I did take a pause there. I know it could be very overwhelming when we are talking about the survivor stories, the apology, and what's next, right? So if this is kind of disturbing and you're gauging yourself, uh, and you think it's difficult, because for me it's a little bit traumatic as well. I wanted you guys to know that I've compiled some lists that can help us together to go through this. So when we look at developing our trauma informed lens and taking care in our learning community, we'll be talking about some very hard things today. Take a moment to check in and gauge capacity for hearing about residential schools today. Take breaks as you need to stop. If you must, it's okay. Talk through what's hard. Reach out if you're feeling overwhelmed. Validate your feelings as you go. It's okay to feel upset, angry, devastated. When learning those stories, there are some really good suggestions here. So I've provided some suggestions. If you guys are going through this, then you can click on that to look at that suggestion. But it's okay to feel sad, to be devastated, to feel devastated. It is okay. So again, the Scream Kent Monk Man. So that's the image we saw there. What emotions do you experience when you see this painting? What do you see? I think that should be painting, guys. Painting. What do you see? What stands out to you, or what do you notice most? Describe the facial expressions and body language of the different characters in the painting. What power dynamics do you see? Who has the power? And how do you know? How has the artist used color to convey emotion? What images are in the background and the foreground? Is the painting a text? What is the story? Okay, there are some videos about residential schools and Orange Shirt as well. And here are some survival stories. You've got in Heart, read Paul Dixon spent 10 years in residential schools. This is what I want my grandchildren to know. Listening CBC podcast telling our twisted histories, listening to the episode school, watch video, the CBC National Stolen Children and Residential School Survivor speaks out. A residential school survivor shares a story of resilience. I just want to know the content warning. This account talk about physical and sexual assault. The stories are painful and extremely difficult to hear. Pause or stop if you need to and practice self-awareness. If you feel yourself becoming overwhelmed, while it is important to hear the truth about what happened, in the schools we all have different capacities. Based on our own lived experiences and sensitivities, it is okay to feel that way. However, we can practice self care. Stop if you need to, please. And I've provided some self care, feelings checking. I feel overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, sad, angry, drained, broken, upset, alone. I need to take a step back, focus on relaxing, practice coping skills, be loving to myself, find a positive outlet, rest and recharge, self compassion, take time for myself, reach out for support. Okay? The stories we've just engaged with her are hard. We are likely in discomfort. Pause to sit with, process and name your feelings. And yeah, please, guys. And I've got a building a mindfulness practice here, and it's mediation for grief and injustice, with Richard Ricketts. Let me click on that.
Welcome to a meditation where we will create space in our bodies to process and relieve the dis-ease that.
Okay, so that's a 11 minutes video. Just if you're overwhelmed, we can come in here and look at that. Then let's look at the part 2, the apology. There's an activity here. And we have the apology, right? What is apology? What is the anatomy of an apology? Minds on how does Canada begin to apologize for the actions we just heard about in the survivor stories? If you can discuss, read and discuss anatomy of an apology. So here are some. So when you acknowledge that when there's an acknowledgement in an apology, when there's an emotional uptake in an apology, when there's center the hurt in an apology, when there's accountability and change and behavior in apology, change behavior in apology. 1 second, guys, my charger is also doing it. Divest from forgiveness. Then we can know if this person is truly apologizing or if this is truly an apology. So that's there for you guys. Then there is the consent, acknowledgement. Like I just said, I'm just going to read acknowledgement. This happened, bearing witness. This is particularly critical in the context of a world that gaslights individuals and communities, questioning the validity and extent of the experiences of oppression. This context minimizes and frames interpersonal harm, violence, and marginalization as fragmented incidents rather than part of a system that facilitates and amplifies injustice in the lives of some for the benefit of others. So those are way that we can apologize and if we truly meant it. So and we know that in 2008 there was a federal apology from Stephen Apper, and I've also created a video here. And once you guys are done, you guys will go to the discussion board. I've opened it up. Then you will go there and start your thread by answering these questions on the discussion board. Then pause plus check in again. Then here, part 3 now, that's where we're going to be having our small micro-researching journal response. So here, there will be a micro-research task. So instructions, answer the question here or formulate one of your own. Spend a 10 to 15 minutes trying to research, or Google and see what you can find that will help answer your question. Share your findings in a sentence or two or point form on the next slides under the question you choose, or add your opinion question slide. Remember to add a link to wherever you got your information from. Remember to add a link to wherever you got your information from. I think I wrote that 2 times. I'm going to take that one away. I want to try to make this a little bit more bigger. I barely can see that as well. Let's see if that is, oops. I'm trying to make it bigger. Why not? Let's see, 10. It's 11. Let's see, 12. Come on. What the hell? Okay, I'm just going to let it be this way. Right, so these are the questions. What did the Indian Act have to do with the residential schools? How were they legislated and what was the purpose of them? How were residential schools allowed to operate with such abuses? What happened if people spoke about the abuses and murders? Why weren't they investigated? What happened to families who refused to send their children to residential schools? What is Canada's plan for reconciliation and the next steps after the formal apology? What can we do as individuals and students to support reconciliation? What does decolonization and land back have to do with reconciliation and residential schools? Which of the 94 calls to action are in response to residential schools? So guys, I've curated that, so if you guys can just make a copy and take and answer those questions for me. Or for example, you could click your name, put your name and just put an answer. Go to the next topic, click your name. So I'm going to put an example for myself. An example, click your name, Mrs. Oladejo, like this. Or you guys can make your own slides, copy this and put your name and answer the question. So I've got a couple of few of that, and here we go. So gallery scroll plus journal prompt and residential school reconciliation. So in your journal, make a few notes of key takeaways from today by responding to the following prompts. Choose 3. 20, that should take you 20 minutes. I'm not going to put time there. I'm going to take that away. Check in with your emotional, like I said. Share a few sentences about what you would like to engage with survivor stories. What resonated with you, as learning more about these individual experiences had any impact on your own learning journey. Perhaps your ideas about school teaching, learning, write your worldview. In your journal, write a few thoughts about the world resilience as it applies to these survivors whose stories we have learned from today. Consider the amount of strength and healing they have had to experience and how much honor they deserve for sharing their truth with the world. Write about what reconciliation looks like to you. What needs to happen moving forward in your mind? And here's the journal response here, guys. I've created a journal response. Again, make your own copy here, guys. Make your own copy and you answer those questions. So this could take the whole day. So that's why Tuesday, I've created that for Tuesday. If it happens past that, then probably you guys can do it on a Wednesday as well. Then here again, we have the calls to action. We have the spirits and guides, the truth and reconciliation. Guys, anytime you see color-coded links like this, please open up and try to read it. Then we have the public service announcement, the PSA announcement. That's the summative assignment for Unit 5. So as I've previously mentioned, public service announcement PSAs can be used to help spread a message and educate an audience. Learning about PSAs will help you not only to learn to think media text more critically, but it will also help you create a stronger culminating activity at the end of the course. PSAs are short announcements that are broadcasted through different forms of media such as television, posters, radio, billboards, social media, and video. PSAs are educational in nature and are meant to raise awareness of certain issues that are relevant in the community in which they appear. They are also meant to change behavior in that community. I think I wanted to add one PSA that I have here. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, I think that's a pipeline purchase. Yes. All right. So let's look at the emotional PSAs and let's look at the logical PSA. So emotional PSAs target the feelings of their audiences and aim of changing behavior by creating an emotional responses. The logical PSAs, they appeal to their audience's rationality and understanding of an issue based on data such as statistics or common sense. So it's not on emotion, it's more of common sense facts. Okay, so let's look at the common element of a PSA. While each PSA may be designed in a unique way, most of them include the following elements. Central message. PSAs have a central message, and what that means is that they are trying to communicate. The message is always usually clearly provided in the text of the PSA, such as running into the store for just a minute can be fatal for a dog left in the car, and always wear a helmet from the examples you have just seen. What about organization and source? Organizations also typically put their logo on the PSAs so the audience know who is sending the message. This is called the source of the PSA, which in the previous examples would be the be the My Dog is Cool project, and emmetcheck.org. So focus on the target audience. So organizations usually don't design their PSAs so they will appeal to everybody. Instead, they have a target audience, a specific group of people who are targeted in the heart because they will be capable of responding to their messages or will find them relevant to their lives. So this group can be defined by any number of factors, including age, range, gender, location, or a common interest. Educational message. Remember that what makes PSA different from traditional advertisements is that their primary purpose is to educate the audience in some way with the intention of influencing their behavior. And here we are. So we're going to have the message, we're going to have the organization source, target audience, image choice, purpose of PSA, emotional or logical. Now that you know what the elements of an effective public service announcement are, you are going to analyze a few specific examples, examine the accompanying PSA, and then read the examples and analysis provided. Read it through carefully as you will have to apply the same process when you conduct your own analysis. So, how do you conduct your own analysis? Before conducting your own analysis, it's important to remember that video PSA are slightly different from others. An organization can use video techniques that includes movement, story, music, visuals, cameras, angles, and more to enhance their messages. Regardless of the formal of the announcement, there are still some common elements to consider. So you're going to watch this PSA video titled Proud to Be from the American Organization and Campaign. Change the mascots. Once you have finished, analyze the video using the table. So you're going to watch this video. When you're done, try to analyze this video. Analyze this video by using this table. So when you do this, it's just like a practice before you get your own assignment done. Okay? So it's not supposed to be. I have to delete this one. So creating a PSA video, please keep on reading, and these are the tips that you will be needing to create an effective PSA. Please guys, try and open up this link and watch. How many minutes? Let's see. I don't think the minute is that much.
Hello, and thank you for watching. I'm Chris.
Just 5:20, 5 minutes 20 seconds. Okay. Then once you're done, I think you guys are good for the first week, and this will start the following week. And next week I'm gonna talk about this. So once you guys are done, then we're gonna look at this. That will start the following week. I had to take this one away. Where did you do that? Okay. Let's take this one away as well. We're gonna go recap on that. Okay, so basically that is the slides for the week. I'm gonna go over your assignment now and what you need to do. So let me go ahead and see. All right, where is the assignment for the class? 1 second, guys. There we go. So this is the assignment for Unit 5. So I'm gonna go over this shortly with you. So in this assignment, your task is to design a public service announcement poster or video or any indigenous issue we have explored in this unit. You will need to do further research and come up with a message about whatever topic you choose. So pick one you are interested in and think about what you might want to say. I think I'm gonna make a new. I'm gonna make probably make another video for this. So at this time, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna go ahead and make another video, and this will be under your assignment link. So I'm gonna make a video alongside with the assignment um link, so everything should be posted by tomorrow. Have a lovely week, guys. Again, make good use of your office hours, and I kept on checking on everyone to make sure you guys are doing okay. For those that have joined, you are not really missing that much. This will be the second summative assignment for this class, and just because you are joining, I'm not gonna be just too over you, right? Please take your time, reach out to me, send me an email, or try to see if you can schedule a meeting with me. I'm always very flexible. I can always, though I do not like getting that email at 4:35 because, like I said, I've got my other things that I have to do as well. But having said that, if it's so important that I reach out to you, I will definitely do that. So I want you guys to have a lovely week and keep reading. It's fun when we read. I know at this time you guys can differentiate between residential schools. You can talk about prejudice. You can talk about stereotyping. You can talk about bias, and yeah, so there's so many things to learn in this course, and I hope so far you guys are doing great. Please again, guys, reach out to me, and your first summative um assignment should be out by Friday of this week. You have a lovely week, guys. Take care. Bye.